When we were kids, my cousin Eric was the family's future. Straight A's, varsity jacket, teachers calling him gifted. I was the opposite. Struggled in school, worked part-time, kept hearing from my uncle that I was not wired for success. He used to say it like a diagnosis. Some people just don't have the drive, he'd tell relatives, always loud enough for me to hear. Eric was proof of his theory. I was the warning label. After high school, everyone watched Eric go off to a big-name college, while I stayed back and worked construction. The jokes followed. Thanksgiving comments about how I was still figuring things out. I stopped defending myself. Instead, I worked, learned a trade, started my own contracting business, then slowly pivoted into real estate. By my early 30s, I owned multiple properties, had employees, and didn't worry about money anymore. I just didn't talk about it. Eric, meanwhile, crashed hard, dropped out, picked up pills, then worse. His parents covered it for years. Rehab stints labeled as travel, arrests explained away as misunderstandings. The family played along because it was easier than admitting the golden kid had rotted. The truth came out at my grandmother's funeral. We were standing around after the service when my uncle started talking about family values and hard work, and, out of habit, he turned to me and said, "At least you're doing better than some people," like it was still his place to rank us. That's when Eric showed up late. Disheveled, sweating, loud. He started arguing with his mother, demanding money, accusing her of hiding his wallet. Then he yelled that he needed cash now or he'd lose the guy. People stared. A few cousins backed away. Someone asked if he was okay. He wasn't. Police arrived 20 minutes later. Turns out he'd been caught earlier that week using stolen credit cards tied to my uncle's account. The funeral was just the place it finally unraveled. No one looked at me, but everyone knew. The kid who was going nowhere was standing there in a tailored suit, calm, composed, while the family prodigy was being led outside, shouting. Later, my uncle came up to me and said, quietly, "You did well for yourself." I nodded. I didn't feel joy, I didn't feel anger, just a deep, quiet satisfaction that the story he'd been telling for decades had finally collapsed in front of everyone, and I never had to say a word.